Welcome to Corey's Conscious Living. Hello, my friends. Do you love Heidi Cherry and Vaya? And you would love if you got exclusive stories that weren't available anywhere else. If you join my Patreon Cat Club, you will get 3 stories every month for $7 on the 7th of every month. If you want to join the club and it's okay with your guardians or your parents, then follow the link below and become a patron and join the Cat Club. Namaste, my little friends. Are you ready to meditate with Corey? Make sure that you're all comfortable and snug and warm in your bed. Make sure the lights are just right in your room and everything is good to go so that you can relax as you listen to the story. Heidi, Cherry and Vaya were over at Clare's house. They'd been hanging out in Clare's bedroom. Clare's bedroom was cute. Very cute. She had lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of love arts everywhere in her room. And also, she had the bestest collection of crystals anyone has ever seen. Vaya loved Clare's crystals. They were like princess rocks, all different colors and shapes and sizes. Vaya liked to pretend that they were jewels that she'd found in a very fancy treasure chest somewhere in a castle far, far away. Clare thought that was very cute. She was sat down reading a book that she'd wrote. She was reading it to Heidi. Heidi was very impressed. Clare said, "It's called Even Superheroes After Shower." Heidi said, "That's a genius idea. What made you come up with that idea?" Clare said, "Well, I just tapped in to this very awesome, special aspect of myself that I refer to as Lulu Love. She's this part of my personality that's an absolutely amazing author. And she creates all sorts of different stories and books, and she's very, very talented and extremely funny, of course." Heidi said, "I love it. I love the idea. I love the concept. It's so funny, Clare." Clare carried on reading the book to Heidi. Over on the other side of the room, Cherry perked up. She heard the title of the book, and that was all that she heard. She wasn't really listening to anything else that they'd been talking about. Cherry said, "I think that's funny. I think it's funny because you know what? You're right, Clare, you're right. Everyone really does have to shower, don't they? You know, some people don't. And I know some cats that don't. And sometimes it's okay, you know. I don't think you should have to shower every single day because sometimes you just wash off all your goodness. You know, if you like scrubbing on your fur every day, it might get a little bit brittle. And it might get a little bit dry. So I think like maybe just every couple of days or something for us cats. But you know, I think sometimes it's same with humans. I think sometimes they just wash themselves away in the shower. And I mean, think about how much water you're using in a shower. You use so much water, don't you, Heidi? Don't you?" Heidi said, "You do actually go through quite a bit of water in the shower. But maybe not as much as what you would if you had a full bath, like a really big, deep bath. But there is a lot of water that you definitely use when you have a shower." "Yeah?" said Cherry. "See, I mean, what could you do with all that water? Can you imagine, Clare, if you collected the water when you had a shower and you could water all your plants on the back garden, couldn't you? You know, all your flowers and your vegetables and your tomatoes and stuff. You could water all of those plants with that water and then you'd be like doubling up on your uses of your water. You wouldn't have to like water your plants and wash your body
2 separate times. You could just wash your body and water your plants with the same shower. It's genius. I mean, I don't get why people aren't already having buckets in the shower when they have a shower, so that they can just fill the buckets up with all the splashes and everything else that's just flying all over the bathroom and just being completely wasted.
Claire said, "That's a really good idea, Cherry."
Cherry said, "Yeah, I know. And, while we're talking about showers, I've been thinking, I have this friend, right? He's called Alex. He's actually called Alex Super Jax. Because Alex Super Jax, my friend, the cat, he's a cat. He's really, really cute. But he's a bit pongy. He's a bit smelly. And I'm like, Alex Super Jack.
Claire interrupted Cherry and said, "Why is he called Alex Super Jax?" Heidi said, "Oh, Cherry called him that. That's his nickname. It's because he does jumping jacks a lot, and he's really good at them."
"Yeah," said Cherry. I think that's why I just landed that name. It just I channeled it. It just fell through one time in a meditation. I was sat there in a meditation and I was feeling all enlightened and so connected to my angels and everything. And I was like, oh my gosh, Alex Super Jax. That's what I'm going to call him. That's like his animal name, like his totem name or something. Like some gurus have fancy names. And you're like, Guru Samjai Jumjai so-and-so. Yeah, then that's what I was thinking. I was thinking the same thing, exactly the same thing about Alex. Because Alex is very in tune, He's a very spiritual cat. I just had a thing. I just had a thought. Maybe that's why. Maybe he thinks he doesn't have to have a shower because he's so spiritual. Maybe his spirituality just cleanses him from the inside or something. Maybe that's it. What do you think,
Heidi said, I'm not sure about that, Cherry. I know being spiritual, some people have certain ideas about what spirituality is and what spiritual people look like. Lots of times, people think that spiritual people are all like hippies and gurus and things like that might actually not shower very often. I don't know, Cherry, I don't know.
Cherry said, well, I think that's true. I think spiritual people just don't shower. Because they're so cleansed from the inside of all the meditations. And that's why Alex Super Jax, my favourite friend, possible boyfriend in the future. Just saying, guys, just saying. I really do like him. But he is a bit pongy. So I'm thinking, this is my idea, right? I'm finally getting around to my point, Claire. This is my idea. You had this brilliant book, right? It's brilliant. Even superheroes have to take a shower, right? I'm thinking, I could borrow that book. I'm thinking this. I'm really deep thinking. I could borrow that book. I could borrow the book. And I could, just accidentally, wink-a-dink-a-dinkly, accidentally drop the book next time I see Alex in front of him and go, oh, Alex, hello, Alex, Super Jax. How you doing, me old friend? I dropped my book. Oh, by the way, this book is so good. And as I pick the book up, I open it and I happen to be on a page where there's a cat showering. That's what you need to put in that book, Claire. You need to draw a picture of a cat having a shower, please. Yeah, and I'll be like, this book, my friend Clare, well, an aspect to Claire called Lulu Love. She's an author. She wrote this book, right, and it's so amazing. And it's so funny, Alex. It's so funny. It's called Even Superheroes Have to Shower.
Do you ever shower?
And then that's when I'll drop it on him. I'll just look really serious, piercingly into his eyes and very intensely. And then do an awkward silence. So he has to think about it really strongly. And he'll be like, oh, what does she mean? And I'll be like, just keep staring, Cherry. Just keep staring. pierce into his soul. Don't say anything, but just have a look in your face like, you need a shower, Alex. Super Jax, you need a shower. But don't say it because that's not very nice. Right, so I'm looking at him, and I'm not talking, I'm not doing anything. That awkward silence where the other person thinks, oh gosh, I best say something. And I'm doing that. And Alex goes,
Cherry, do you think I need a shower?
and I'll just say, you? No, Alex, no. Maybe just a little one. Maybe just a short one. But you know what? I've invented this new thing. And if you do shower, Alex, then make sure you have a bucket in your shower, please, because then we can water Clare's plants with it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Do you think it'll work?
Vaya popped her head up from the crystals. She'd been arranging them all in colour coordination, and all the whites went to light pink, went to light blue, went to light green, and so on and so forth. It was a very pretty crystal arrangement.
I think maybe you shouldn't tell Alex he needs a shower. Even though Alex is a little bit pongy, I do agree. I think he just does too many jumping jacks, and it makes him a little bit sweaty. And then when he gets sweaty, he just pongs. But, you know, he does smell very, what's that word?
She looked at Heidi. Heidi somehow weirdly knew she was talking about pheromones.
Yeah, those. He does smell quite nice, even though he's a bit pongy. Cherry said, I know, right? Isn't it weird? You know what he reminds me of? It reminds me of, you know when you're washing your laundry and you put your laundry in, right? And then, oh no, you forget about it for like 3 days, and then you go back and your laundry smells a bit weird. It smells like a bit fusty, but you can't stop smelling it. And it's like, oh, it smells so fusty. I'm going to have to wash it like 4 times now. But before I do, let me just stick my head in the washing machine and sniff it up really good because it smells so good. I don't know why. It's weird. Anyway, yeah, I agree with you, Vaya. I think Alex smells... Alex, Super Jax Alex, smells just like that. Alex, or should I call him Super Jax Alex? Or Alex Super Jax? Excuse me. I burped. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I think we should just call him Alex Super Jax. Yeah, Alex Super Jax. Oh, gosh, I'm confusing myself now. Anyway, yeah. So, Clare, please, if you could get that book into some kind of production so that it looks very professional and get it published, get your author, Noodle, to get it published. You're publishing... Oh, gosh. Yeah, Noodle, you know, that's your publisher, right? Clare said, yeah, that's right. Cherry said, yeah, well, talk to Noodle and ask him, can you get this published, please? Because I've already got a demand. I've already got a demand for it. There's already people wanting to buy it. I know Corey will love this book. She'll absolutely love it. She'll think it's so amazing. She'll want to buy it. And then maybe if it's published and you make it and she buys it, then she could I don't know, make a meditation about it or something. All these superheroes all over the world having to have a shower. It's so funny. It's so fun. It's genius. Anyway, yeah. So, publish it, please, Noodle.
Noodle is Clare's stuffy type animal that's a panda bear that's not really just a panda bear and not really just a stuffy. Noodle is a very special stuffy. He's super awesome. And yeah, he publishes all of Lulu Love's books. So, back to Cherry.
And then, when it's published, I will definitely do my plan. I'm going to drop the book in front of him. I'm going to pick it up, and there's a cat showering. And you know what's awesome? He'll think I'm thinking he's a superhero as well, which he is really into because he does so awesome jumping jacks. That I'll be like, Alex, You know, you're like a superhero. To me, you are. And maybe you could be my boyfriend. And then Alex will go, oh, Cherry, I've always wanted you to ask. I've been waiting for you to ask since the first time I laid eyes on you. You're so adorably, beautifully, breathtakingly delicious that I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll be your boyfriend. I can't wait to tell the whole world that you're my girlfriend. Cherry is my girlfriend. He'll even sing it. He'll be so happy. And I'll be like, yeah, I know, Alex, I know. But you got to have a shower because you're pong. And then, I don't know what'll happen next. Heidi said, do you really want him to be your boyfriend? Yeah, I really do. I really like him a lot. I think he's nice. Vaya said, I think he's nice too. Cherry said, thanks, Vaya. Means a lot. Anyway, Claire, get on it, please. Love you and all that, but, get on it. Get on it, girl. Get on it. And then next time we come and see ya, maybe I can do my plan. And I'll be someone's girlfriend. Heidi, Cherry, and Vaya stayed with Clare for quite a while. They helped her water all of the different flowers, the bushes, the plants. And then it was time to go home. When they got home, they showered. They brushed their teeth. They put on the pajamas. Cherry was very proud of herself because she saved the water in buckets in the shower. It's a really good idea. They went to bed. They relaxed their bodies. And eventually fell fast asleep. The end.